you give an example of a genetic mutation or an evolutionary process which can be seen to increase the information in the genome?
I was head of the Department of Medical Genetics at the City of Hope Medical Center for 37 years and had the great pleasure of having Dr. Susumu Ohno as a colleague. In 1970, Dr. Ohno wrote a classic book entitled Evolution by Gene Duplication. This provided many examples of evolutionary processes that added genetic information to the genome. Dr. Ohno showed that genetic information can be added a few genes at a time by gene duplication, many genes at a time by chromosome duplication, and whole genomes at a time by polyploidy, a process where all the chromosomes are duplicated. Gene duplication occurs by unequal crossing over. In this process, instead of lining up next to each other in meiosis, the gene from the mother and the gene from the father line up end to end. If a crossover event occurs between these two genes, as shown here, the gene from the mother and the gene from the father end up on one chromosome duplicated, while the other chromosome has neither gene. Offspring receiving this chromosome are at a selected disadvantage and die out. Over many generations, the offspring with a duplicated gene can occur multiple mutations without affecting the original gene, eventually resulting in a new gene shown in purple here. This illustrates how whole strings of genes, duplicated genes, and duplicate sets of genes can evolve. Drosophila with one set of duplicated Hox genes are compared with mice who have 4 sets of duplicated Hox genes. On page 98 of Ohno's book, he showed how whole genomes can be duplicated by polyploidy. As a result of these processes, the amount of DNA in genomes of different organisms varies widely. The smallest genomes are those of viruses and bacteria, shown at the bottom, and larger genomes are those of multicellular organisms. You can obtain much more information on this subject in the book called Did Man Create God?, available at didmancreategod.com, or you can obtain an ebook covering just some information on evolution in the part entitled Intelligent Answers to Intelligent Design, the first 24 chapters of the book.